All right, delegates, distinguished guests, may I kindly request we start taking our seats as we're about to begin. The Minister of Higher Education and Training, the Honorable VUT Manamela, Chancellor Mr. Vincent Zwelibanzi Ntambo, Deputy Chairperson of Council, Ms. Jackie Manche, Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Kehla Ndlovu, Executive Management, government representatives, business leaders, industry partners, alumni, donors, student leadership, staff representatives, members of the media, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Vaal University of Technology's Diamond Jubilee Gala Dinner. My name is Faith Mangope, and I must say it is an honor and a privilege to be with you this evening. And now that the formalities are out of the way, I want us to understand that this is a celebration this evening. So let me try this one more time. Welcome to the VUT 60th Gala Dinner! Now, 60 years is a significant milestone. In numerology, 60 represents harmony, nurturing, idealism, the future of this country, which you as an institution are nurturing, harmonizing, and in fostering ideals. In Christian theology, 60 symbolizes divine order, completeness, and a measure of good works. And I'm sure as you're all sitting here this evening as custodians of the 60 years, you are able to attest that indeed VUT has got divine order. It is complete, and most importantly, the measure of its good works is visible. So may I kindly request, as we're about to begin this celebration, we begin by celebrating you. You for being a donor, you for being a custodian, you for being a lecturer, you for being an individual that forms part of this institute's success. So give yourselves a round of applause for really rising to the occasion. The Diamond Jubilee Gala Dinner is the culmination of the Vaal University of Technology's year-long Road to 60 campaign, which was launched to commemorate the institution's 60th anniversary. Throughout the year, the campaign has celebrated VUT's rich legacy while showcasing its achievements in teaching and learning, research, innovation, community engagement, and partnerships. The activity schedule for this time is, of course, looking at how is it that we can have this gala dinner, looking at celebrating this milestone in the university's existence. 60 is indeed significant. What 60 means is 60 years of impact. It is looking at 60 years of transforming lives, 60 years of building a credible alumni, 60 years of dedicated excellence, 60 years of investment in higher education, and most importantly, 60 years of contributing positive to this wonderful country of ours. Do not take 60 for granted. For the 6 decades you have operated in ensuring that this country of ours and subsequently this continent of ours is sustained. You remain an intricate part of the 60 years, and more importantly, we celebrate you. Now, as we're about to begin this milestone, because it is a celebration, I know how things get when it comes to celebrations, and sometimes these events can be very awkward. So turn to the person next to you. Turn to them. Just compliment them. Hi, you look so good today. You look so wonderful. You look so good. If you're sitting next to your gentleman, that's okay. Tell them you look good. You look so wonderful today. So nice. I love the way you did your hair. I love the way you did your makeup. You look so lovely today. You see, indeed, this is a celebration. We are here to celebrate 60 years, and it deserves every single accolade it gets. So let me try it one more time. You see, I don't have a roving mic. If I had a roving mic, I'd be moving all over the stage. So let me try this side of the room, and let's see if this side of the room is ready for the 60 years. My side of the room, this side of the room, please judge them. And if they don't respond, just know that you are in low competition. So let me try this side of the room. And of course, we've got the minister this side of the room. So if this side of the room does not win, it means that we're in big trouble. So when I say 60, I want to hear it. I want to hear it because I want the venue to actually complain a little bit about the celebration this evening. So when I say Vaal University of Technology, or VUT, is celebrating, I want you to say 60. Do we all understand? Do we get it? Thumbs up, okay. So when I say Vaal University of Technology, or VUT is celebrating, you're going to say? 60. See, I love fast guys, see. This is so much better. Okay. I'm going to try this side of the room. So when I say VUT is celebrating, you're going to say? 60. Good, this is just a practice round because I don't trust you. Let me try this side of the room. So when I say VUT celebrating, you're going to say? 60. I don't know, the competition's starting to look stiff. All right, my left side. VUT is celebrating! 60. Hey. VUT is celebrating! Oh, you are sounding so good. You want a rematch? There's a little bit of sore losers, these ones this side. One more time. All right. If you don't get it right, that means that clearly they've taken it. VUT is celebrating! We'll have drinks and then we'll sort it out later. Delegates, distinguished guests, at this time, may I kindly request that we rise for the singing of our national anthem, which will be led by Adonai and the band. Thank you so much. You may have a seat. I'd also like to welcome our sign language interpreter who is beside me, Triforsa Nzwelengwe, who's going to be taking us through this evening's proceedings as well. And it is with this that I would like to call upon Pastor Fihliwe Mvundla, who's our chaplain, for the opening prayer.
Let us pray. Dear God, our Heavenly Father, we are gathered in this place and we honor you. We acknowledge your presence, that it is with us. It is with us because you love the joyful noises that we are making in celebration of this big occasion. Dear Father, we remember very well that the initial plan was not to include some of us into this institution. Even some homes, some families were dispossessed of their land. We learned recently. But today, you knew that you'll turn every evil thing that was planned against us. You turned it for good. We therefore thank you. We appreciate you. Elinye nelinye igumbi lofunda namhlanje ligcwele umdako omnyama ongeva nasepha because it is time. We are celebrating the 60 years as if we started with VUT. But because our parents taught us ukuthi woza moya ingcwele, when the Holy Spirit is in us, we are able today to sing and say, Eid die blow van onze hemel, Eid die diepte van ons see. We are embracing everyone, calling everyone, ukuze sizoqhamla le nyweba yemfundo. Even beyond the borders of South Africa, we have our students, we have our colleagues who are here ukuqhamla, even beyond the shores of our seas. We thank you, Lord. We ask you, Lord, that you have entrusted us, the employees, all of us at VUT and our friends, to form part of this 60th. And we declare today that the 70th is going to surpass the 60th, simply because we are going to pass on the baton with trembling hands, carefully holding everything so that the next generation finds it hot. We pray, oh God, that you will be with us. We pray that you'll be with us tonight for all the festivities that we are going to have. We thank you for every soul that is in this place. We glorify your holy name. In Jesus' name, amen.
It is with this that starters is served. It is with this, colleagues, that I'm going to request about 15 minutes where we get to enjoy our starters. Adonai and the band, you get to bless us for a little bit more for about the next 15 minutes, and they will come up and continue with the program. Bon appetit.
Good day. I'm Khalid Abul Hussein. I'm the Executive Dean for the Faculty of Engineering and Technology. VUT for me is an opportunity that has got a lot of potentials that are waiting to be revealed.
To me, VUT is my home. There's no place like VUT. Even though I come from home with a burden of troubles and problems, I just left them at the gate because I reached my destiny. VUT is my community. It's a place to be.
And VUT to me means a place where friendship became family.
VUT to me is a second chance.
I can say VUT per se is a land of opportunity. It's a land of purpose and it's a land of dreams.
I am working here at Vaal University of Technology, where the place is at home.
VUT is an opportunity to me to build a better life for myself and my family.
To me, Vaal University of Technology represents success and the start towards our journey of our careers.
To me, VUT gave me the second chance to prepare my future based on my past stories.
What VUT means to me is that VUT is a place of innovation where one's potential is unleashed into something very impactful.
VUT to me is a place of success and innovation.
To me, VUT means is opportunity, because since I've been here, I've been able to explore my opportunities and grow furthermore.
For me, VUT represents hope. It represents opportunity. It represents breakthrough.
And VUT means more opportunities and dreams.
To me, VUT is success that's opened many doors for me and for my future.
To me, VUT means the hub of wisdom, knowledge and growth.
Happy 60 years. Happy 60 years, Vaal University of Technology.
60 years.
Thousands of stories.
And one university.
Drifting away into the darkness. Ngizothatha umthwalo ndimbeke emqolo mama. Ubomi bunzima. Just lift my head up high. Open my eyes and I will fly. Oh, I'm barely coping. I'm feeling closed and looking up, hoping that heavens will open. Dali wezulu, ndikhalela kuwe. Open up, open up. I'm feeling close enough. The light is shining brighter, but I'm losing my flow, yeah. Hey, kudala, ndisiwa ndivuka, ndifuna noluthando, yeah. Ndifuna noluthando, oh, hey, yeah. Kudala, ifuna ubomi buvume, vunga mankonya, vunga. If you know we can sing it together, say, get it fuleka, 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 fulega mazulu, hey, fulega mazulu. Fulega mazulu, oh, fulega, 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 fulega mazulu, fulega mazulu, fulega mazulu. Giving, they taking, tripping, I'm falling. Tell me I'm nothing, don't care what they saying. I'm begging you, darling, stop losing your flow. Hey, no more drifting, no more drifting away. Live for me, little mago. Hey, Afulegi. Zulu, I'm fighting for survival. Hey, Dilikawe, Dilikawe, Diyinkonya, my Can I just hear them? Say, yeah, la la la. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. One more time, you guys sound amazing. Singing, whoa. Whoa, oh, oh. Yeah, fulega, 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 mazul, fulega, mazul, fulega, mazul, oh, fulega, 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 mazul. Fulega Mazulu. Fuleka, fuleka, fulega Mazulu. Fulega Mazulu. Fulega Mazulu.
Weren't they amazing? Weren't they fantastic? Come on, they're here for the whole evening. Give them a round of applause. They're just absolutely stupid. That was incredible. That was incredible. For a second there, I thought I could sing. That was amazing. It is at this time, colleagues, if you could continue with the program, that we're going to receive a message of support from our union representatives. May we kindly give a warm welcome to Ms. Lucy Mohoto from Nehau, who will be followed by Mrs. Dorcas Gekwana from the NTEU. Please give them another round of applause as they come up. Both of them will be coming up at the same time. Mrs. Dorcas Gekwana, as well as Ms. Lucy Mohoto.
I can't see how. Thank you, Program Director. Honorable Buti Manamela, Minister of Education, Mr. Zweliba Nzim Tambo, the Chancellor. In absentia, we acknowledge the Chairperson of Council, Vice Chancellor, and Ms. Jackie Manche, the Deputy Chair of Council. Members of management, academic and professional staff, students, alumni, comrades, and privileged guests, we see you. On behalf of Nehau VUT branch, congratulations to VUT on 60 years of service. 60 years is the work of many hands. Our cleaners, lecturers, technicians, contract workers, and our students, whose labor and commitment have made this institution possible. Today, we honor those whose dedication sustains teaching, research, and service. The permanent staff who keep the lights on and the classroom open. We also stand with our contract and part-time colleagues, many of whom celebrate with heavy hearts because of insecure employment, low pay, and uncertain futures. Your labor is the lifeblood of this university. Nehau sees you. Nehau hears you. And we will continue as Nehau to fight for living wages, secure contracts, and dignity at work. As one progressive leader once said, may his soul rest in peace, the most potent weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. Let us use our minds, our voices, and our collective power to transform anniversary words into real change. fairness in employment, meaningful participation, and in decision-making, and an inclusive campus where everyone flourishes. Let this milestone be a renewal of commitment, a partnership between university leadership, staff, and students that centers fairness, academic excellence, and inclusion. We remember that institutions are built by people, not by buildings. When workers are respected and rewarded, education strengthens, research deepens, and communities prosper. There's no excellence without justice. There can be no meaningful progress while inequality and precarity persist within our own walls. As I'm about to land, halala VUT on 60 years of service. Nehawu remains devoted to working with management and the university community to secure a future of dignity, equity, and opportunity for all who labor in this space. Viva VUT, viva. Viva Nehawu, viva. In solidarity, Nehawu VUT branch. I thank you.
Program Director, Minister Butimanamela, Chancellor, Deputy Chairperson of Council, members of the Council, Vice Chancellor and Principal, member of the Executive Management, organized labor, distinguished guests, convocation, alumni, colleagues, students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good evening rather. On behalf of the VUT branch, it is a great honor and privilege to be afforded this opportunity this evening. There are moments in the life of an institution where we pause not merely to celebrate the passage of time, but to reflect on the meaning of that time. Tonight is such a moment. Tonight, we celebrate vision, we celebrate excellence. 60 years ago, the Vaal University of Technology was established. And as we celebrate 60 years of the Vaal University of Technology, we honor not only our history, but also the thousands of people whose dedication has quietly shaped that history. I believe that every institution has two histories. One is written in calendars, in annual reports, and in strategic plans. The other history is written in people. The one records milestones, while the one records sacrifices. One remembers buildings, and the other remembers those who gave those buildings a meaning. And tonight, as we celebrate 60 years of VUT, we honor both. As we reflect on this remarkable milestone, we celebrate an institution that has shaped minds, an institution that has advanced knowledge, that has strengthened industries and contributed to the development of our country. But above all, we celebrate all workers who have made this possible, because these are not simply employees, but they are the custodians of the VUT history. As we reflect on our journey, the Vice Chancellor has called upon all of us to remain focused on the strategy 2033+. that is grounded on responsible governance, financial sustainability, academic excellence, and innovation, accountability, the responsiveness to the needs of the students, staff, and the society at large. And indeed, these aspirations are necessary to inspire confidence. Yet, every strategy, no matter how visionary, it ultimately depends on workers. And simply because workers do not merely implement the strategy, but they give life to the strategy. As we celebrate 60 years, perhaps the question before us is not how far we've come, but I have two important questions to ask. The first one being, whose voice has brought us here? The answer, I believe, is around all of us, but this university stands on the shoulders of the visionary leaders, the dedicated academics, dedicated professionals, organized labor, students and workers whose daily efforts have shaped the identity over 6 decades. No university has ever achieved success on the brilliance of one person. VUT did not reach this diamond jubilee because of one visionary leader, nor does an institution transform because policies demand it. Institutions endure because people think they participate and they act together. They achieve success by the character, courage, and values of the people it produces. The success and history of the VUT is also written by those whose names will never be spoken from the podiums, and by those employees whose names will never appear on the graduation program, yet whose fingerprints remain on every success that this university is ever to celebrate. Their stories are not footnotes, they are history of the VUT. And this leads me to the second question. Whose voices have not always been heard? And this question leads to women. Women have never stood on the margins of institutional life. No, women have educated generations. They have negotiated through challenging times. They have led departments. They have maintained families while pursuing careers. They have mentored others without recognition. They have carried responsibilities that remain unseen. Yet, history has not always given them the recognition they deserve. The challenges have never been that women had no voice, but the challenge has often been whether institutions were willing to listen. Even more importantly, is whether institutions were willing to hear those voices, trust them, and allow them to help shape the future. And as I'm drawing to conclusion, as NTEU, we believe that the interest of every employee and the interest of the university are inseparable, because when employees thrive, the institution thrives, and when employees are heard, better decisions are made. We therefore reaffirm our commitments to working alongside the VC, the executive management, students, and every stakeholder in advancing the aspirations of Strategy 2033. We believe in open dialogue, in principles engagement. We believe that responsible disagreement and respectful disagreement is not a threat to institutional success, but is often the beginning of institutional wisdom. Together, we can build a university that is academically excellent, financially sustainable, and ethically governed. But more than that, let us build a university that cares deeply for its people. A university where accountability is embraced and as an expression of integrity. A university where every voice is treated with respect. A university where leadership is measured not only by outcomes, but by humanity. Because the true measure of a university is not only the caliber of the graduate it produces, it is all the dignity with which it treats the people that makes those graduates possible. As we celebrate 60 years, may history remember this generation, not only for preserving the legacy we inherited, but for having the courage to expand it, to build bridges instead of barriers, to choose dialogue over division, to embrace accountability over complacency, to place people at the center of every decision, and to leave behind the VUT that is stronger, more compassionate, and more just than the one we inherited. As VUT begins its 70th decade, our hope is that the next 60 years will not just be remembered as the years in which qualifications were conferred, research was produced, innovation pioneered, but for people it formed. May it remain a university where courage is valued above conformity, where every voice is heard with dignity, and where women are recognized as architects for our future. Not because someone gave her a permission to speak, but because the institution recognized that it could never become the best version of itself without hearing her. And with that, we say happy birthday or happy anniversary to the Vaal University of Technology. Congratulations on the 60th remarkable years. May the next 60 years be written by people who have the courage to speak, the courage to act together. Thank you. Amanda.
Thank you very much to Mrs. Dorcas Gekwana from Nteu. As we continue with the program, we're going to request for the message of support to come from the Institutional Forum, represented by Ms. Dikeledi Silepe. Please give a round of applause as she makes her way to the podium.
To the program director, the Minister of Higher Education, Buti Manamela, the Chancellor, members of Council, the Vice Chancellor, members of management, staff, and students. On this milestone of our 60th anniversary, the Institutional Forum stands before you, not merely looking back, but to reaffirm our commitment to the soul, culture, and governance of this great university. The former President Thabo Mbeki once reminded us that, and I quote, "Human history is a story of rebirth, of people constantly picking themselves up from the ashes of the past, difficulties to build something greater." As I look across the span of 6 decades, we remember that this university has known truly glorious days. We boast a proud heritage of academic distinction, intellectual leadership, and profound societal impact. However, our course was not always smooth. We subsequently navigated deep institutional difficulties. We weathered seasons of instability and faced systematic challenges that severely tested our foundation. By our 60th anniversary, it's proof that we did not allow those difficulties to write our final chapter. We just surviving. We are not just surviving, we are reclaiming our legacy. Instead of faltering, we have chosen the path of a profound institutional renewal. Today, under the stewardship of our council and the leadership of our Vice Chancellor, we are actively rebuilding this university from the bedrock up. As the institutional forum, our statutory duty is to advise on governance that shapes our collective character. We do not do this in isolation. It takes the dedication of our council, the vision of management, the hard work of our staff, and the vibrant energy of our students to sustain this true transformation. Allow me, at this juncture, to express my sincere appreciation to every member of the Institutional Forum. Your unwavering commitment, thoughtful engagement, and the willingness to serve this university has strengthened shared governance and ensured that the voice of our stakeholders continue to shape the future of this institution. Your contribution often takes place behind the scenes, yet its impact is both visible and invaluable. Thank you for your dedication and your steadfast support. As we celebrate this remarkable 60th milestone, I encourage the Institutional Forum to continue this important work with the same passion, integrity, and courage. Let us remain a trusted partner in advancing the good governance, promoting transparency, safeguarding institutional values, supporting our university strategic direction. Together, we have contributed to rebuild confidence in the institution. Together, we must continue laying the foundation for the next 60 years of excellence. As I stand before you this evening, I'm also reminded of a deeply personal privilege. I was born and raised in this region, the Vaal Triangle, Khutlotharo ya Loikwa, Sidibeng, and Sharpeville. A region that shapes my values, my inspiration, and my commitment to the public service. To have the opportunity as a woman to contribute to the governance of the very university that has served generations from this community in both humbling and profoundly meaningful, it is a reminder of how far our nation has traveled. There was a time in South African history when women, particularly black women, were too often excluded from leadership, from the decision-making, and from spaces where the future was shaped. Today, our presence at these tables is not merely symbolic. It reflects progress our democracy has made and the responsibility we carry to open the doors even wider for those who will follow. May we continue building an institution where leadership is defined not by gender, but by integrity, service, and excellence. We have corrected our course and recommitted ourselves to an era rooted deeply in integrity, accountability, and academic excellence. These three pillars are the anvil upon which our new resilience is forged. Our past struggles do not define our identity. They are simply the bridge back to our greatness and the launchpad for our future. As we celebrate 60 years of our university, not just 60 years, but 60 years of academic excellence. Let us all celebrate the people whose courage, resilience, and commitment continue to shape its future. May the next 60 years be remembered as a time when every capable mind, women, men alike, had the opportunity to live, to lead, to serve, and to lead this institution stronger than they found it. Professor Ketlan Ndlovu, allow me at this time to borrow from Barack Obama and say, yes, we can. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Silepe. Much appreciated from the Institutional Forum. It's okay, that will get sorted out more in just a while. It's all good. Now, I don't know about you, but I felt like there's a part of the room that is very enthusiastic, and I wonder if the next speaker comes from that part of the room. But it seems as though there's a group that side of the room and a group that side of the room that have been very enthusiastic throughout the same. So I wonder when I call out the SRC president from which side of the room he's going to emerge. So help me welcome the SRC president to give a message of support, Mr. Nkosinathi Nkosi.
Dumela, dumela, yo dumela, 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 le rajepe dumela, dumela, yo dumela, le rajepe dumela. Comrades, cut. Dana, iyo tolam dana wenukalela. Tolam dana, iyo tolam dana wenukalela. Amandla, awethu, anemitu. Amandla, awethu, Program Director, Minister of the Department of Higher Education, the Deputy Chairperson of Council in the absence of the Chairperson of Council and all other members of Council, the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor and Principal of the Vaal University of Technology, DVCs, members of Senate and also members of IF, Executive Management, distinguished guests, fellow SRC members and student leaders, the entire VUT family, receive my warm revolutionary greetings this evening. Amandla, it is both with privilege and honor to stand before you today on behalf of the Student Representative Council and thousands of students whose hopes, dreams, and aspirations find a home at the Vaal University of Technology. Tonight we celebrate more than an anniversary. We celebrate 60 years of purpose, resilience, excellence, and transformation. 60 years of empowering generations with knowledge, innovation, and the courage to change a society. 60 years of proving that education is not merely about obtaining qualifications, but about transforming lives and building a better future for South Africa. As students, we are the living legacy of every day of the Vaal University of Technology. Lecturers, workers, and graduates who walked these corridors before us are the ones who taught us on how things are being done here at the Vaal University of Technology. We stand on the shoulders of giants who believed that this institution could become a beacon of hope to the upcoming generation. The institution has taught us that leadership is not measured by position we occupy, but the lives we impact. As the SRC, we understand that our greatest responsibility is the trust bestowed upon us by the students to become their voice, to defend their interests, to protect their dignity, and also ensure that every student, regardless of their background, has an opportunity to succeed and also the right to free and quality education in our lifetime. To the alumni who have carried the name of VUT across South Africa and the world, thank you for providing that excellence. Born here knows no boundaries. To everyone or every student who has ever called VUT a home, your dreams, resilience, and determination are the heartbeat of the institution. As the SRC, we reaffirm our commitment to working collaboratively with the university leadership to build a VUT that is student-centered, innovative, inclusive, and globally competitive. A university where every student is offered an opportunity not only to graduate, but to become a leader, an entrepreneur, and a servant of the society. As we commemorate these remarkable 60 years, we celebrate our rich history, but we are equally inspired by the future before us. The next chapter of VUT must be defined by greater access to quality education, student success, technological advancement, impactful research, and meaningful partnerships that shape the future of our nation and our continent. To the student who will walk through these gates long after we have left, may they inherit the institution that is stronger because we chose to serve with integrity, courage, and also vision. VUT has invested in us, it has believed in us, and also it has shaped us. Now it is our responsibility to carry its legacy forward and also ensure that the next 60 years are even greater than the first. Happy 60th anniversary, Vaal University of Technology. May we forever honor our past, faithfully serve our present, and boldly shape our future. Amandla.
I think we could have predicted that one. Thank you very much, SRC President. We're going to continue in the same theme and welcome the Convocation President, Mr. Makosonke Sangweni.
Good afternoon or good evening. Since I was attending the World Cup, this time was in the morning. So don't be confused when I confuse time. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. You don't sound excited, and we must be in the mood of celebration. I know that we've got workers, we've got students who may not necessarily be happy because of whatever different issues that they may have against the university. But I think tonight it's an opportunity to put everything aside and just celebrate. Of course, tomorrow we will be back to business. where we will fight for whatever struggles that we fight, especially workers and the students. But be that as it may, good evening to everybody. Let me first maybe say, in terms of protocol, to the Minister of Higher Education and Training, Dr. Buti Manamela. I'm saying doctor because I know that we are completing your doctorate very soon. The Vice Chancellor of the Vaal University of Technology, Professor Ketla Ndlovu, the Chancellor of the Vaal University of Technology, to all council members, as led by the Deputy Chair today, Memanch, in the absence of the Chairperson, Professor Hadebe. Members of convocation, the convocation leadership is led by the Deputy President and the leadership and the membership of yourself convocation, the Student Representative Council, especially those ones that are deployed by my former organization as a student, South African Student Congress, alumni, Nehau, Nteu, and all protocol observed. Good evening. I just am not going to take a lot of your time. I hope that to the program director, she won't be saying to me 10 minutes, because others have taken more than that. But I just want to deposit a few issues to you, Minister, and also obviously to the leader of the ship, which is Professor Ndlovu. I want to, all of us, we know that we are busy celebrating Mandela Month, and we just celebrated Mandela Day. I'm not sure if any of us will say that we've been true to the values of Nelson Mandela, especially looking at the profile of the gala dinner. There's more black people than white people. And I think Mandela envisaged that at least it must be 60-40. But here it's 95-5. So there's a lot of work that we need to do, Bab Kanyile from Council, that we need to do to make sure that we change back our profile, because in the last 60 years, when the university was formed, of course it was meant for only white people, which was wrong. But to equalize it doesn't mean that we must chase them. And I know we've done nothing to chase them. They've decided to leave. But it's a responsibility of every one of us, including you, Vice Chancellor, to make sure that we bring them back, both as students and the workers, but importantly as business people, because we know a lot of the money of South Africa is in the hands of white males. So we're inviting them back to come and invest in our university. It is very important. That's what Mandela would have loved us to do. So from today, Vice Chancellor, I hope that by next year we'll not have at least less than 100 white students who must come and be part of the university. To the private sector that may have joined us, the university is a very poor university. You must not be fooled by what we have spent here today. But we are poor because of there's no investment in the university, although it's producing a lot of us as graduates to private institutions. So we're humbly requesting you that if you have invested today by buying tables, that's not the last thing that you need to do. We need bursaries, we need internships, we need you to also help us to employ our graduates, especially because we know that the only cardinal sin that we're facing in South Africa is unemployment. If we can resolve unemployment, even the practicality of non-racialism will be of happiness in South Africa. So we're requesting them to also do that. But you must also help us to deal with curriculum development and design of the university. We're producing and we've produced the millions and millions of graduates who are convocants, who I happen to lead today. But many of them are seated at home with no opportunities, not because of they don't have skills. Maybe they don't have practical skills as you require in your private institutions. But we are requesting you to participate, and the university, I know, is free and open to make it a point that you participate in making sure that we develop a curriculum that is relevant, because most of private companies, they say that they are unable to employ our graduates because of what they've studied is not what they are requiring. But they've got an opportunity to come to this center of learning, because I can tell you, there is no better university in South Africa, Africa, and the world than VUT. Most of us, we come here very poor from villages. But when we leave this university, we've got a very important paper that opens a lot of doors for us. But it becomes a problem if now we are producing a lot of graduates every day from engineering to humanities, but they don't get opportunities. And we know that opportunities are there in the private sector. So we are requesting. But Vice Chancellor, many people, they have said that we are very progressive. And I also agree from my part. But can you today show me that we are progressive? It's the 60th anniversary today. We are requesting the university that can you fund 60 students as part of celebration to study for free? And you can share. You can give undergraduate 30 and give 30 to convocants who are postgraduates. And we know that money has never been the problem when you do such program. So, Minister, I'm hoping that the Vice Chancellor, as he comes to the podium, he will confirm this and accept this offer as part of celebrating the 60th anniversary. This year, we marked exactly 39 years since the constitution of the National Commission of Higher Education, affectionately referred to the NCHE, and 29 years since the publication of the first white paper on higher education, titled Program of Transformation of Higher Education. Since the publication of the founding documents, government has increased its funding from 29 million in 1991 to approximately 55.4 billion in 2026. With all its problems, our government, it deserves a round of applause. With all its problems. Minister, I'm sure you don't sleep at night because even this 55 billion is not enough. But with all this problem, I think we deserve an applaud. Obviously, we want and demand more. And we are calling on private sector to also invest in making sure that this money becomes ×2. This marks the single biggest commitment to investing in the future of South Africa without a doubt. This investment should account for the biggest representation in the growth of the black middle class in South Africa. We too are the products of NSFAS. We too are the product of NSFAS. We must not mislead you with our cheap suits. We also studied with NSFAS and is continuing to do a very good work. As we celebrate the 60th anniversary, we should embrace the thousands of NSFAS graduates that have walked the doors of our beloved university, some of which have become ambassadors of our flag, our country in their respective professional fields. As an academic institution, a place of learning, teaching, and scholarship, we should reflect deeply about the role of public university to the task of public accountability, which fundamentally places a question about the role of universities towards the development of society. While many argues and prefers to retain the university as a place of teaching, learning, and scholarship, we must forge to also place the university as the center of development of society. I insist on this position without any attempt to erode institutional autonomy and academic freedom. The Higher Education Act endeavors for a higher education system that enjoys freedom and autonomy within the context of public accountability. In this context, what we are just trying to say is that we must involve more of our communities in whatever that we are doing and developing. Of course, that doesn't mean that we must outsource our responsibility. But as we celebrate, we must remember the people of the Vaal, we must remember the people of Sharpeville for its historic place in the struggle of South Africa, Boipatong, Bophelong, and Sebokeng. Because we all know the rich history of the Vaal and its place in the struggle and the freedom that we have. Even how the Constitution was signed in this place, it was no accident. It was because of the recent history that we had at that time where we lost many lives and many of our people. As we mark the 31st anniversary of NCHE and the 60th anniversary of VUT, we must ask ourselves of how far has the university gone in realization of the objectives set out in the white paper of the 1997. Thank you very much and good evening and enjoy.
Mr. Sangweni, there's no need to reprimand you. I think you stuck to time, so well done for that. Colleagues, we're going to have dinner served. With your permission, may I ask that after, let's say while we're having dinner, I'm just mindful of also our time so that I don't get you out of here too late. So, mindful of our time, I'm going to give us about 30 minutes where we get to enjoy the dinner. and we're going to enjoy the entertainment from Adonai and the band. And then after 30 minutes, I'll come back up. We're going to continue with the program while you're having dinner. Is that okay? And in that way, we're able to make up for any time that has been lost and ensuring that we are able to also wrap it up before it gets too late. Is that fine? All right, with that, please do enjoy dinner. We've got Adonai and the band that are back once again with us. And of course, we're going to have some drinks, entertainment, some networking, and I'll be back up again in 30 minutes. Bon appetit.
As we are celebrating 60 years of VUT's existence today, I would like to wish our institution a happy birthday and more to inspiring thought and shaping talent. Hashtag VUT60.
Happy 60th birthday anniversary VUT. Hashtag VUT60.
I just want to wish VUT a very prosperous and a good 60th birthday. Let's do more for our communities. Hashtag VUT 60th birthday.
I want to take time to wish our beloved university wonderful 60 years anniversary, 60 decades of excellence, 60 decades of producing multiple number of graduates, building communities and families. Thank you, VUT, for the wonderful work that you have done. Happy birthday. Hashtag VUT60.
I just want to wish VUT 60th birthday. Hashtag VUT60.
I just want to wish VUT 60th birthday. Hashtag VUT60.
I just want to wish VUT 60th birthday. Hashtag VUT 60th anniversary.
As VUT celebrates its 60th milestone, I'd like to take this opportunity to officially wish VUT a happy birthday. This is from the VUT FM family. May you continue to innovate, lead for many years to come. Hashtag VUT60.
I'm here to wish VUT 60th birthday. Hashtag VUT60.
I just want to wish VUT 60th birthday. Hashtag VUT60.
Good day, everybody. Wishing VUT a happy 60th birthday. Here's to more education, here's to learning and moving forward. Hashtag VUT60.
Good day. As we are celebrating VUT's 60th birthday, we are saying, let it grow big like a mountain, let it be a giant. VUT, let it succeed. Hashtag VUT60.
And I just wanted to wish VUT a happy 60th birthday.
Well, I just want to wish VUT 60th birthday. Hashtag VUT60.
I just want to wish VUT a happy birthday. Hashtag VUT 60th birthday.
I just want to wish VUT 60th birthday. Hashtag VUT60.
VUT happy birthday. Hashtag VUT60.
I want to wish VUT a very happy birthday.
As the Office of the Convocation, we proudly congratulate Vaal University of Technology on its 60th Jubilee. This is not just a 60th Jubilee, but it's 6 decades of innovation, excellence, and a lasting impact. Hashtag VUT60. Thank you.
Good day, I'm Khalid Abul Hussein. I'm the Executive Dean for the Faculty of Engineering and Technology. VUT for me is an opportunity that has got a lot of potentials that are waiting to be revealed.
To me, VUT is my home. There's no place like VUT. Even though I come from home with a burden of troubles and problems, I just left them at the gate because I reached my destiny. VUT is my community. It's a place to be.
And VUT to me means a place where friendship became family.
VUT to me is a second chance.
I can say VUT per se is a land of opportunity. It's a land of purpose and it's a land of dreams.
I am working here at Vaal University of Technology, where the place is at home.
VUT is an opportunity to me to build a better life for myself and my family.
To me, Vaal University of Technology represents success and the start towards our journey of our careers.
To me, VUT gave me the second chance to prepare my future based on my past stories.
What VUT means to me is that VUT is a place of innovation where one's potential is unleashed into something very impactful.
VUT to me is a place of success and innovation.
To me, VUT means is opportunity, because since I've been here, I've been able to explore my opportunities and grow furthermore.
For me, VUT represents hope. It represents opportunity. It represents breakthrough.
And VUT means more opportunities and dreams.
To me, VUT is success. It has opened many doors for me and for my future.
To me, VUT means the hub of wisdom, knowledge and growth.
Happy 60 years. Happy 60 years, Vaal University of Technology.
60 years, thousands of stories.
And one university.
Bashiye kanjala balazi uthando khetha mina ngedwa be bashiye kanjala bakwazi ukukuhlekisa khetha mina bashiye kanjala bakwazi ukukuthinta lapho Getaway, it's all I wanna do. Yeah. Little getaway with you. Yeah, baby, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Getaway, getaway, getaway. It's all I wanna do. Yeah. Spend a little time with you. Yeah, baby, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's that? Sit. Hey. Hey, one more time. Say. Nothing better, we together, and it just feels right. How I love kicking with you, baby. Yeah, that's all I wanna do. Yeah, yeah. Nothing better, we together, and it just feels right. How I love kicking with you. To say how much I love you, I got this message for you. I do ya for my eye. Hey, go down and delay, kissy or ya me okay. Got this message for you. I do ya for my eye. Baby, I'm feeling dizzy, oh. Give me something to get me through the day. Everything is spinning around, round and round and round. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Hangover, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Usorikise tamatama, usorikise tamatama, hey. Usorikise tamatama. What's up? If I am Orlando, if I
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having a good time. It's a celebration. Thank you so much for having us. It's Ado and the band. My name is Noxie. I know some of you are talking and having conversations, so we're just here to entertain you guys. I hope you guys are indeed being entertained. So yeah, thank you for having us.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, hey, come on and stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Come on and stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me. Let's try the second verse. If the sky we look upon should tremble and fall, or the mountains should tremble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear. Just as long you stand by me. Say, so darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me. Stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Just as long as you stand by. Let's switch it up. Let's take it way back one time. Say, hey, singing on that morning when this life is over. Yeah, I know. Hey, I'll see your face. One more time. Say, singing on that morning when this life is over. I know I'll see your face. Every breath I take, every move I make, every single day, every night I pray up in me, sing you, yeah, 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 hey, thinking of the day, oh, oh, when you went away. What a life to take, what a bond to break up in me, sing you. Then we say, every night I pray, every step I take, every move I make, every single day, every night I pray, every step I take, every move I make, every single day, every night I pray.
again one more time, yeah? Hey, singing my lady soul, you warm my heart, yeah. When I am cold, singing my lady soul, you warm my heart, yeah. You make me whole. Let's bring it back to the 2000s, yeah? It was back in 99, watching movies all the time. Oh, when I went away for doing my first crime, and I never thought that we was gonna see each other. Hey, and then I came out, mommy moved me downtown, all lying with my girl, who I thought was my world. It turned out to be that she wasn't the girl for me. Hey, it's very divine, girl, one of a kind. When you wash out my mind, you ought to get declined. Oh, love, my baby, you driving me crazy. You're way too beautiful, girl. That's why it will never work. You had me suicide. You had me suicide. When you said it's all, say damn all these beautiful girls, they only gonna do you dirt. They'll have you suicide. They'll have you suicide. When you, let's bring it back to Mzansi. Let's drive it. What's that? See? Iyo awe tina sovabi sika jenenje kama tindolwimi tando la kolo shaya ngavagati wapelulwazi akinaona maosa. Iyo awe tina sovabi sika jenenje kama tindolwimi tando la kolo shaya ngapa. Hey, wapelulwas akinawo seti iyo awe iyo awe. Hey, iyo awe iyo wasa sick iyo. Guess what I told her? Hey, iyo awe atina sobabele. My mama used to tell me never to fool around with L-O-V-E. Guess what I told her? Hey, iyo awe atina sobabele. What's that? What's that? What's that? What's up?
more time, Ado, what's up? Sen zubla, lolu sugolu kulu sen zubla, lolu sugolu kulu sen zu, usugolu kulu sen zu, usugolu kulu sen zubla, lolu sugolu kulu sen zubla, namsha sen zubla, lolu sugolu kulu sen zu, ese al sen zubla, lolu sugolu kulu sen zubla, lolu sugolu kulu sen zubla, lolu sugolu. One more time, say, and get in namsha sen zubla. Lolu sugolu kulu senzu, I senzu mla, kulu senzu. I wanna hear if there's people in the house, yeah. I wanna hear if there's people in the house, yeah. And let's see if you guys know the song. Know the song. Oi 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 yeah. Oi 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 yeah. Hey, oi 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 yeah. Said some blood, no listen. One more time. Said some blood, usugolu kulu said some. I'm just said some. Look cool said some blood. I'm just said some blood. Sugolu kulu said some blood. Sugolu kulu said some blood. Hey, when I see your face, it's not a thing that I would change. You're amazing, just the way you are. Yeah. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. You're amazing, just the way you are. Let's try the verse, yeah? Hey, what's up? Her eyes make the stars look like they not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Oh, and I know, if I compliment her, she won't believe me. And it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay? I say, let's do the chorus and close it out. Say, when I see your face, it's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. Yeah. And when you smile, babe, the whole world stops and stares for a while. You're amazing, just the way you are. Yeah. When I see your face, it's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. Yeah. And when you smile, babe, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. Yeah.
Please, you have to give them another round of applause. Adonai and the band! You're just so fantastic. The way you guys are able to just sing, it really does make one absolutely relax at that moment. Colleagues, can I get the pulse of the room? Just to get a reading of the room. Is everybody still okay? Thumbs up. Let's just see. Nope. It means that attention's not being paid. Is everybody okay? Thumbs up. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Let's see. Is everybody okay in the room? All right, I do know that dinner is still being served in some places and being collected. Hostesses, I'm going to ask, please, let's just keep the volume low as we're collecting the items from the table so as to not disturb the proceedings as well. But I'd like us to continue with your permission as we're going to have an address. Now, I kind of spotted him from the corner of my eye dancing and enjoying the music, which is a testament of just how jubilant this occasion is. So without further ado, please give a warm welcome to the Vice Chancellor and Principal to give us the Jubilee Address, Professor Ketla Ndlovu.
Program Director, thank you very much for the opportunity. The Honorable Minister of Higher Education and Training, Mr. Puti Manamela, our Chancellor, Mr. Vincent Mtambo, our Deputy Chairperson, Ms. Jackie Manche, who's representing Council and members of Council present. Our members of Senate and Executive Management, our esteemed alumni, student leaders, labor representatives, representatives from government, industry, and our valued partners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I also do want to point out our Deputy Vice Chancellors, Professor Speech Nilana, our TVC for Riki, Dr. Kanakana Katumba, our TVC Teaching and Learning, and Mr. Speech Mahlalela, our TVC for Resources and Operations. I say to you, good evening, but before I deliver on my speech, I just want you to look at me, all of you. Maybe I should stand here. The reason I'm asking you to look at me, it's because when I joined VUT, I was invited to one of the functions with other vice chancellors. And so I thought, since I was the new Vice Chancellor, I needed to be seen as I walk into the room. And then I asked for the university blazer, and unfortunately they did give me a blazer, which was black. And of course, even the name VUT was black. So I asked them a question, and I said, you know, what is a blazer for starters? But also, if you look at our logo, it has three meanings. One, the Vaal, the V. Two, the Vaal University of Technology. Three, the river within which this university of ours finds itself. So there is symbolism in that. So I said to them, it is important that when we wear the blazer of the university, it must symbolize who we are as a university. And of course, they came with ideas. So I asked them, I said, where are they coming from? Well, we've got designers who can do this for you. I said, no, we've got fashion designers at this university. And we had a competition for students to actually design the university blazer. We had 3 of those designs, and this one happened to be the winning design by Miss So you'll correct me. So Rihadzu Nobunga. designed, and she won a substantial prize that she effectively used that money to study for her advanced diploma. Secondly, the second thing, if you notice the 60 years logo was also designed by our students. We had a competition for designer, the program design, and Miss Lerato Makete was the winning design that we're using for this year. So the reason for this is because sometimes talent is not out there, but it's inside. And the more our students see value in the things that they're studying, the better, because then they know it means something. And especially when they design things that are long-lasting. This blazer is a symbol, and I used to say, I need to see you coming, that there's VUT coming. So with the black blazer, I don't see you. So please accept. We launched this blazer, I think, in January during our academic opening. And so probably it's the second time that I'm wearing it. And I'm sure today, I'm not sure whether that's possible, but somebody's going to talk about it later on. So, be that as it may, just wanted to say this because it's important and it's not part of my speech, so I make it part of my speech. So, it is both my honor and a profound privilege, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome you as we commemorate 60 years of the Vaal University of Technology. A Diamond Jubilee is more than an anniversary. It is a rare point at which an institution past, present, and future meet. It invites us to honor those who laid the foundations, to examine our journey honestly, and accept responsibility for the university that future generations will inherit. Tonight, we celebrate 6 decades of lives changed through education. We recognize the generations of students who arrived with hope and left with knowledge, practical competencies, and a purpose. We salute the academics, professional staff, researchers, and leaders who built this institution, often under difficult conditions. We honor our alumni whose work in industry, government, laboratories, business, classrooms, and communities continue to demonstrate the values of a VUT education. We also thank our partners in government, industry, and civil society because no university advances alone. The history of VUT is closely linked to the industrial history of the Vaal Triangle. The institution was established in 1966 as a Vaal Triangle College for Advanced Technical Education, at a time when engineering, steel, manufacturing, and chemical industries were shaping the region and the national economy. Its founding purpose was clear. Education had to connect knowledge with practical skills and prepare people to contribute directly to industrial and social development. In 1979, the college became the Vaal Triangle Technical. Most of you remember Vaal Tech. In 2004, amid the restructuring of South Africa's higher education system, it became the Vaal University of Technology. These were not cosmetic changes. Each transition expanded our mandate from advanced technical education to technological higher education, and then to a university committed to teaching, applied research, innovation, postgraduate development, and community impact. In recognizing this journey, we honor the leaders who carried the institution through its earlier chapters: Professor Ati Breidenbach, Professor Peter du Plessis, Professor A.T. Mokadi, Professor Irene Mutlwana, Professor Gordon Dodozi Zidem, and Professor Dan Khwadi. Each served the institution in a different era and helped lay the foundation on which VUT continues to build. We acknowledge their contribution with gratitude and respect. That mission remains urgent for all of us. For the 2026 academic year, VUT recorded 210,000 applications from 112 individual applicants. Those figures are not simply a measure of popularity. They reveal the scale of aspiration among South Africans' young people and the immense demand for technological education. We only have 5,900 spaces. They also remind us that access without quality is an empty promise. Our duty is not merely to enroll students, but to support their success and prepare them for a changing economy. As we celebrate, we must resist the temptation to tell only the comfortable parts of our story. Institutions mature when they can confront their history without defensiveness. VUT has known seasons of growth and achievement, but it has also faced governance failures, delayed projects, weak controls, and a loss of confidence among some of those we serve. A Diamond Jubilee worthy of its name must acknowledge both the legacy we celebrate and the lessons we have learned. When this administration assumed responsibility, we undertook that VUT possessed enormous potential, but that potential could not be secured on foundations weakened by unresolved governance concerns. We therefore chose transparency and accountability. We worked with the University Council, the Department of Higher Education and Training, the Special Investigating Unit, and other oversight and law enforcement bodies to ensure that concerns relating to governance, procurement, and institutional processes were investigated and addressed. Council also commissioned independent investigations where greater clarity was required. This work was not undertaken to dramatize failure or to assign blame for its own sake. It was undertaken to protect the institution, to ensure that policies are reviewed, procurement oversight is strengthened, internal controls are enforced, and corrective action is followed where evidence suggests the opposite. Accountability is not an obstacle to renewal. It is the condition that makes renewal credible. The 2025 unqualified audit opinion is one measurable result of that commitment. It reflects improved financial stewardship and stronger controls. We should take pride in this progress, but we should not mistake an unqualified audit for the end of the journey. It is evidence that disciplined governance can restore institutional momentum, and it places upon us an even greater obligation to sustain that discipline. Governance reforms matters because of what it enables. It creates the conditions in which teaching can improve, research can expand, infrastructure can be completed, and students can learn in an environment worthy of their ambitions. The true test of renewal is therefore not the number of policies we have revised or the investigations we have concluded. It is whether students experience a better university and whether society receives greater value from the institution. Earlier today, we unveiled refurbished academic science laboratories in buildings C and F. These laboratories are a practical investment in teaching and learning. They provide modern environments in which students can test theories, develop scientific disciplines, and gain the laboratory competence required by industry and further study. Every instrument placed in those facilities must ultimately serve a student, strengthen research, question, or support a solution to real problems. It is important to distinguish this achievement from the Life Science Building project. The refurbished laboratories in Building C and F are complete and have been unveiled. The Life and Physical Sciences Building is a separate project with its own history, scope, and recovery program. I can tell you a story about what I saw when I first joined the university, but that's for another day. After years of delay, contractual difficulty, and governance concerns, the project is back on track under strengthened oversight, with completion anticipated by the end of 2026, as early as possible. But of course, you know how construction works. We're looking at March in terms of our timetable currently. We do not celebrate it as finished before its time. We celebrate this restoration of disciplined progress and the refusal to allow a troubled past to dictate the project's future. And I want us also to thank our Chancellor for the encouragement and support, not just to say we support you, but also help us garner the resources to be able to achieve that. This building, when completed, will expand the university's capacity for teaching, learning, and scientific research. More than that, it will stand as a physical record of institutional recovery, a project once stalled, restored through accountability, sound management, and determined leadership. That building accommodates 2,000 students in 24 laboratories at any one point in time. Our infrastructure program must continue with purpose, but also with agency. In addition to the projects already underway, VUT is planning a multi-purpose hall to enable us to have such functions on campus. That's the first thing. Secondly, to allow our students to have the decency to graduate within the ambits of the university. We also, within the context of the multipurpose hall, plan to build what we call the barrage bridge, which means we will be able to link the main campus to the Isaacsdale complex. It will help us avoid accidents, not just for our students, but also extending that for use by the Van der Bijl community. We also plan to build a new administration building. Since COVID, we discovered that some of our staff did not come back because some of the facilities that they left behind, we took over as administrators. We took over. And so on. So we realized that we're actually occupying space that belongs to the academics. And we have committed ourselves to ensuring that we have an administration building so as to open up space for academics to be able to do their work. So all the administrators would be able to move from the current academic space. We also, I must admit that I've never been to a university without a student center. And VUT is one of those. And we've made a commitment. Unfortunately, this commitment is 5 years late. But also, our council and our management has committed to ensuring that we complete the student center, which will have a number of facilities, offices for the SRC, offices for the sporting codes, and of course, all the support structures that support our students will be located in one place. We're also working on 5,000 beds student accommodation. Unfortunately, we, as a result of bulk services, we're not able to do the 5,000 as once. but over a period of time. So we've agreed to do it in phases. Phase 1, 2,500, and then, of course, phase 2, once the municipality allows us for further development. We also discovered that we have a lot of classrooms that are smaller, which force us to have a number of classes requiring us to have more academics than we require. And therefore, efforts have been made to actually build new, larger classrooms to accommodate those programs that require such classrooms, both in Van der Bijl, but also in Sebokeng campus. These are not simply construction projects. They are investments in access, student success, research excellence, and the future capacity of the university. Council also approved that as a university, we need to consider within the context of access into higher education, hybridity, that we must become a hybrid university. So we will be going to the minister with our cap in hand to say we want to be a hybrid university and therefore assist us. So I'm glad that he's here today to hear this story. So our vision extends beyond the renewal of facilities at VUT Science and Technology Park in Sebokeng. The university has built an ecosystem that connects knowledge with production. The park brings students, researchers, entrepreneurs, industry, and government in a shared space where ideas can be designed, tested, refined, and commercialized. This is a distinctive work of a university of technology, not only to generate knowledge, but to translate it into products, processes, enterprises, and employment. The park's advanced manufacturing capabilities supports precision engineering, product development, and industry-focused research. The materials processing technology station assists emerging and established enterprises through materials analysis, testing processes, process improvement, and technical support. The idea to product laboratory, known as I2P, helps students, researchers, and entrepreneurs move from concept to prototype, and from prototype towards a viable product. Together, these platforms shorten the distance between the imagination and implementation. That distance matters. Research that remains unread cannot solve an industrial problem. A prototype that never reaches the market cannot create employment. An invention without a pathway to adoption cannot improve a community. Our task is to protect rigorous scholarship while building stronger roots from research to practical impact. The Standard Bank Hydrogen Center of Excellence reflects this kind of ambition. As South Africa considers its place in the emerging green hydrogen economy, VUT is developing a platform that links research, postgraduate training, skills development, and industry collaboration. The opportunity is larger than a single technology. It concerns clean energy, advanced manufacturing, new value chains, and the specialized capabilities South Africa will need in a low-carbon economy. VUT's role is not to make grand claims about the future that has not yet arrived. Our role is to build the knowledge, the partnerships, the human capabilities that will allow South Africa to participate in that future on more equal terms. Leadership in innovation is earned through sustained research, credible partnerships, and graduates who can turn technical knowledge into social and economic value. It is in the direction set by our strategy 2033+, our long-term framework for globally recognized, innovative, and a responsive university of technology. It calls on us to improve student success, deepen applied research, expand postgraduate education, strengthen digital capability, modernize infrastructure, and build partnerships that produce measurable results. It also demands that we judge ourselves, not only by activity, but by outcomes. The world for which we are preparing our students is changing in extraordinary speed. Artificial intelligence is reshaping professional work and decision-making. Robotics and advanced manufacturing are altering factories and supply chains. Cybersecurity has become central to the functioning of states, institutions, and businesses. Climate change is compelling new approaches to energy, water, agriculture, and the built environment. The university cannot prepare students for yesterday's economy and then be surprised when they struggle in tomorrow's. Our curriculum must therefore remain current, our academics connected to the frontiers of their discipline, and our partnerships with industry active rather than ceremonial. Work-integrated learning must give students meaningful exposure to professional practice. Research must address problems that matter to society. Digital fluency, ethical judgment, communication, creativity, and problem solving must sit alongside technical competence. Entrepreneurship is equally important. South Africa's labor market cannot absorb every graduate through conventional employment alone. At VUT, graduates should be equipped to seek an opportunity, but also to create it. That requires confidence, commercial understanding, access to mentorship, exposure to innovative platforms, and the courage to take the calculated risk. Our ambition is to produce graduates who can enter established industries and graduates who can establish the industries of the future. This responsibility is especially important in a country still with inequality and poverty. Our government cannot solve these challenges alone, nor can business or universities acting in isolation. So progress depends on purposeful collaboration between the public sector, the industry, the higher education sector, and our communities. So VUT's location in the Vaal gives us a particular responsibility to contribute to industrial renewal, local enterprise development, and the creation of pathways for young people. Our horizon must also extend across the African continent. Africa has the world's youngest population and immense human potential. It also faces urgent challenges in energy, water, food security, healthcare, infrastructure, and digital inclusion. These are not reasons for pessimism. They are a call for African scholarship, African innovation, and solutions shaped by the knowledge and lived realities of this continent. So VUT must be an active contributor to that work. None of this will be achieved by strategy documents, laboratories, or technology on their own. Universities are built by people. They advance because academics teach with purpose, researchers pursue difficult questions, professional staff hold systems together. Students refuse to surrender their aspirations. Alumni carry the institution's name into the world, and partners invest their confidence and resources in a shared vision. To the generations who built this university, we offer our gratitude. To those serving it today, we offer our respect and a renewed call for duty. To our students and future students, we make a solemn commitment. We will work to build a university that does not ask you to lower your dreams to fit its limitations, but continually raises its capacity to meet the scale of your potential. 60 years ago, this institution was created to prepare skilled people for one of South Africa's most important industrial regions. Today, it is a university with a national mandate, a growing continental outlook, and the responsibility to help shape an economy increasingly defined. That progress deserves celebration, but the value of a legacy lies in what next generations can build upon. May future generations look back to this period and say that VUT confronted its challenges honestly, restored confidence through action, to actions, and chose long-term institutional strength over short-term comfort. May they say that we invested in students, in research, in infrastructure, in partnerships when the country needed those investments most. May they say that the university entered its 7th decade with its purpose renewed and its ambition enlarged. So, the first 60 years gave us a proud inheritance. The next 60 will be determined by the courage, by the discipline, and by the imagination we bring to work before us. Let us honor the founders not only by remembering what they began, but by building a university equal to the future they could only imagine. Let me say happy Diamond Jubilee to the Vaal University of Technology. May God bless this university and all who learn, work, serve within it. Ngiyabonga, ngiyaleboga, I thank you.
Upwards, Professor Ndlovu. Won't you just give him another round of applause? I think that the ground has been...
Tambo, members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor and Principal, Sakehla Ndlovu, members of Senate, Executive Management, our esteemed alumni, student leaders and representatives of organized labor, representatives of government, industry, and our valued partners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is both an honor and a privilege to address you this evening on behalf of the Chairperson of Council, who sends his sincere apologies for being unable to join us. He has asked me to convey his warm congratulations to the entire Vaal University of Technology community as we celebrate this remarkable milestone, 60 years of excellence, innovation, and impact. Honorable Minister, your presence this evening honors not only this celebration, but also the enduring partnership between government and our institutions of higher learning. As Council, we appreciate the Department of Higher Education's continued commitment to building a responsive, transformed, and globally competitive higher education sector. Tonight is more than a celebration of an institution. It is a celebration of generations of people whose vision, sacrifice, courage, and commitment have shaped this university into what it is today. For 6 decades, VUT has transformed lives through education, advanced knowledge through research, and contributed meaningfully to the economic and social development of South Africa and the wider world. Every graduate, every member of staff, every student, every partner, and every supporter has written a chapter in this remarkable story. As Council, we are proud to be custodians of this legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, universities occupy a unique place in society. They preserve knowledge, create new knowledge, prepare future leaders, and serve as engines of innovation, transformation, and development. Universities provide spaces in which ideas are tested, assumptions are challenged, and solutions to society's most pressing problems are developed. Yet none of these responsibilities can be fulfilled without sound governance. The role of council is therefore both profound and deliberate. Council exists to ensure that the university remains true to its purpose. It provides strategic direction, promotes accountability, safeguards institutional sustainability, and creates the conditions within which academic excellence can flourish. Council does not manage the day-to-day operations of the university. That responsibility rests with executive management under the leadership of the Vice-Chancellor and Principal. Rather, Council provides oversight, guidance, and stewardship. It must ensure that major decisions advance the long-term interests of the institution and the students, staff, and community it serves. Good governance is often invisible when it is working well. It is reflected in stable and ethical leadership, responsible financial management, effective oversight, sound policies, and an unwavering commitment to integrity, accountability, and excellence. It is reflected in the decisions that are properly considered, transparent, and are aligned with the university's mandate. It is also reflected in the willingness of institutional leaders to act decisively when circumstances require it. And Minister, I must say that this is my second term in this council. We have had, on many occasions, had to act decisively in sometimes very difficult circumstances. These foundations enable universities not merely to survive periods of uncertainty, but to emerge stronger, more resilient, and better positioned for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, the current council accepted its responsibilities during a period that demanded focused and decisive leadership. Like many institutions across the higher education sector, VUT was navigating a complex environment characterized by financial pressures that we all are aware of if you're a South African citizen, changing stakeholder expectations, governance challenges, and the need to rebuild confidence across the institution. The responsibility before Council was therefore not simply to govern, but to help reposition the university for sustainable success. Council has worked collectively to strengthen governance systems, reinforce institutional stability, and support the university's long-term strategic direction. Our focus has been on ensuring that governance becomes an enabler of institutional excellence, rather than merely a compliance exercise. Compliance is important, but good governance must achieve more than compliance. It must encourage ethical leadership, responsible decision-making, effective institutional performance, and the proper use of resources entrusted to the university. And I must say, Mr. Minister, Mr. Kanyile reminds us that all the time, as a council member, as the chairman of FinCom. Together with management and Senate, Council has sought to create an environment in which academic excellence, financial sustainability, ethical leadership and innovation reinforce one another. Central to this journey has been our support for the university's strategic vision. The adoption and implementation of Strategy 2033 provide a clear roadmap for VUT's future. The strategy seeks to position VUT as a leading university of technology that could be recognized for excellence in teaching and learning, impactful research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and meaningful engagement with society. We recognize that the strategy is only as strong as its implementation. Strategy succeeds when governance, leadership, institutional culture, and execution move in harmony. It succeeds when objectives are translated into measurable actions, when resources are aligned with priorities, when all parts of the institution understand the contribution they're expected to make. As Council, we will continue to provide the necessary oversight, support, and strategic guidance to ensure that Strategy 2033 becomes a lived reality across the university. One of the defining characteristics of successful universities is their understanding that greatness cannot be achieved in isolation. To that extent, we believe that strong partnerships have always been central to VUT's development. Our progress has been made possible through constructive collaboration with the Department of Higher Education and other spheres of government whose support continues to strengthen the national higher education system. We acknowledge the important contributions of government, industry, sector education and training authorities, professional bodies, alumni, donors, international partners, and the communities in which the university is situated. Your partnerships have strengthened teaching and learning. They have expanded research opportunities, supported infrastructure development, and opened doors for countless students. They have also helped to ensure that the university remains responsive to the changing needs of society and the economy. As a university of technology, VUT has a particular responsibility to connect knowledge with practical application. We must prepare graduates who are not only academically capable, but who are adaptable, ethical, innovative, and ready to contribute meaningfully from the moment they enter the workplace. And that requires sustained partnership between the university and industry. It also requires industry to assist the university in shaping relevant curricula, in providing opportunities for work-integrated learning, and to collaborate with the university on research and innovation. It also requires the university to remain attentive to emerging technologies, new forms of work, and changing skills requirements. This evening's celebration is therefore also a celebration of every partner who has invested confidence, time, expertise, and resources in VUT. To our alumni, you remain among VUT's greatest ambassadors, and I think the VC has mentioned that today. Across industries, communities, and continents, you carry the reputation of this university through your achievements, your conduct, and your contribution to society. Your success continues to inspire current students while demonstrating the enduring value of a VUT education. We encourage you to remain actively connected to your alma mater. Your contribution should not be limited to pride in the institution's history. We invite you, as alumni, to contribute through mentorship, advocacy, professional expertise, research collaboration, and support for future generations of students. To our academic and professional support staff, we thank you. Universities are built not by buildings, but by people. The strength of an institution rests on the dedication, competence, and commitment of those who serve it every day. Your resilience has sustained VUT through periods of both celebration and challenge. Academics have continued to teach, conduct research, supervise students, and advance knowledge. Professional and support staff have ensured that the systems and services necessary for the university to function remain in place. Your contribution often extends far beyond your formal responsibilities. Tonight, we acknowledge you with sincere appreciation. To our students, you are the reason this university exists. Every lecture delivered, every laboratory developed, every innovation pursued, and every strategic decision taken ultimately seeks to create opportunities for your success. You are not merely recipients of education. You are active participants in the life of this institution. You bring energy, ideas, and purpose to the university. I tell the VC that I quite enjoy engaging with the SRC members when I do have the opportunity to do that. You are the future engineers, scientists, entrepreneurs, educators, designers, public servants, innovators, and leaders who will shape South Africa and the world. We urge you to use the opportunities available to you responsibly. Pursue excellence, remain curious, engage with ideas that challenge you, develop the resilience required to overcome setbacks. Most importantly, remember that your education must ultimately be used in service of society. Ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate 60 years, we do so with gratitude for the past, confidence in the present, and optimism for the future. The story of VUT is still being written. The next chapter will require courage. It will require innovation. It will require deeper and more meaningful partnerships. It will require leadership that remains ethical, accountable, and visionary. It will require the university to respond to the rapidly changing world of work. It will require us to strengthen the quality of teaching and learning, expand our research impact, and create an institutional culture in which excellence is expected and supported. Most importantly, it will require all of us, council, management, senate, staff, students, alumni, government, industry, and the community we reside in, to continue working together with a shared sense of purpose. The future belongs to institutions that embrace change while remaining faithful to their values. It belongs to institutions that are prepared to learn from the past without being constrained by it. It belongs to institutions that understand that transformation is not a destination, but an ongoing responsibility. We believe that VUT is such an institution. Before I conclude, allow me on behalf of Council to congratulate everyone who has contributed to making this Diamond Jubilee celebration possible. To the organizing committee, thank you for your honoring our history with such professionalism and excellence. To every member of the VUT family, thank you for carrying this institution forward over the past 60 years. We also extend our gratitude to those who laid the foundations of this university and who may no longer be with us. Their vision, sacrifices, and contribution remain embedded in the life of VUT. We look forward to continuing our partnership with government, with industry, and society as we advance our strategy and strengthen VUT's contribution to national development, innovation, and inclusive economic growth. May we continue to honor the legacy entrusted to us while building a future worthy of generations yet to come. Congratulations, VUT, on 60 remarkable years. May the next 60 years be defined by even greater excellence, innovation, partnership, and impact. I thank you.
Thank you very much for those words of encouragement, Ms. Manche. Thank you very much for those words of encouragement, Ms. Manche. We're going to move things a little bit around, colleagues, just to allow for us to once again chase time that escapes us. So without further ado, allow me to warmly welcome onto the podium to deliver a congratulatory message the Chancellor, Mr. Vincent Zwelibanzi Ntambo.
Honorable Minister and dear friends, I recognize all of you. There is a chance that I'm the only person in this room who is allowed to write my speech after tomorrow. So my speech will be published not today, tomorrow. Because you see, a lot of people don't know what a chancellor does. The job of a chancellor is to do a little work and get out of the way. So I'm here to get out of the way. But I will tell you a little story. When I was approached to become chancellor some 3 years ago, I consulted with a few friends, and one of them said, when I mentioned this subject, he said, "Broer, don't go there. Do you know that place? They'll damage your reputation." That was 3 years ago. I'm still here, and my reputation is still intact. So this good friend advised me to go and find a book that was written by Professor Jonathan Johnson. I don't know if you guys have a copy or know of this book. Its title is called Corrupted by Professor Jonathan Johnson. So he says, no, go and buy this book and read before you decide. So I went and bought the book the same day. I opened the book. The very first chapter is about VUT. And the very first word in this chapter is bewitched. So you can imagine how the story goes from there. So imagine me reading this book. I haven't decided whether I want to be chancellor or not. And I read this book. Decided whether I want to be chancellor or not. And I read this book. The very first chapter was VUT. So I consulted further, and more people said, no, you can't afford not to be chancellor of VUT. So I'm still here. And I wish all of you a happy 60th birthday. I wish VUT a next great 60 years to come. I wish all of us to protect what we have. Protect everything we have, including that life and physical science ago, that we cannot afford as this society, as the people of the Vaal, to have that building vandalized again. We can't afford that. So please be the protectors of that building, all of you, all of us. Nyanicela. It's March 2027 by figure. I've already invited the minister to come and join us to do the official opening of that building. Ngiyabonga. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chancellor. The Chancellor does not mince his words. Colleagues, distinguished guests, it is this time that I would like to call upon the Honorable Minister VUT Manamela, the Minister of Higher Education and Training, to deliver this evening's keynote address. Please give him a warm welcome as he comes up to the podium.
Good evening. I was worried because the speech starts with good evening, but at the rate at which we were going, it was likely to start with good because it almost sounded like, Mr. Delivery. These are the things. And then obviously his wife said, we don't have that money at home. He's going to get this money from you in the department. It is, of course, a privilege to join you, members of council and senate, the university management, staff, alumni and students, student representatives of, representatives of government, industry and organized labor. I saw our representatives from Nahau and Teu were dressed to the T. They couldn't even do that usual viva because, when you look that good, you just want to deliver your good speech and like the Chancellor, get out of the way. It is my privilege to join you as we celebrate the Diamond Jubilee of the Vaal University of Technology. 60 years of learning, skill, innovation, and service. 60 years is old enough, of course, to have a proud history, but it's also still young enough to have a homework. So VUT, having begun in 1966 as the Vaal Triangle College for Advanced Technical Education, becoming Vaal Triangle Technikon in 1979, and in 2004, Vaal University of Technology. Its evolution reflected the changing needs of our country and economy. And so tonight, we honor those who sustained this institution and the generations of graduates whose knowledge and skill have served our factories, our businesses, public institutions, and communities. Every graduate is more than a qualification. A graduate can change the prospects of a family, strengthen the capacity of a community, and expand the possibilities of a nation. So congratulations to VUT. But an anniversary is also an invitation to reflect. We must ask not only what VUT has achieved in its first 60 years, but what South Africa now requires from it in its 7th decade. I'll resist the temptation to turn this into a cabinet lekgotla, but I just want to leave you with 3 things, which hopefully, Chancellor, when you reflect on your speech that will soon be released, these are some of the things that you'd want to look at. The first one being governance, and quite instructive from the words of the Deputy Chair around the history, the most recent history of this institution. And of course, the Chancellor for having been intimidated out of such a posh job where you're only required to speak for 3 minutes and relax, just because there was this reputation around the Vaal University of Technology. No university can fulfill an ambitious academic and developmental mission without stable governance, ethical leadership, and operational discipline. Good governance is not paperwork performed for the department. It allows the academic project to succeed, and when governance fails, students incur poor services, staff lose confidence, resources are diverted from teaching and research, and partners hesitate to commit. VUT has known both achievement and institutional difficulty, and indeed, a diamond is formed under pressure, and VUT has certainly known pressure. The task now is to celebrate the pressure, but to know what this institution has chosen to become because of it. Council must govern and provide strategic oversight. Management must manage and deliver. Senate must safeguard academic integrity and quality, and each must know its role, respect the roles of the others, and account for its decisions. The seventh decade must be identified by stability, financial discipline, consequence management, and operational excellence. Student administration must work. Laboratories, workshops, residences, and campuses must be maintained. Procurement must be clean. Capable people must be appointed and held accountable for results. And so a university of technology cannot prepare students for a world of precision, productivity, and innovation while tolerating imprecision and inefficiency within its own operations. The second thing is the skills revolution. This is not a slogan for a distant future. It is an immediate national imperative. A country has extremely high youth unemployment, while employers still report shortages in technical, digital, and engineering capabilities. At the same time, artificial intelligence, automation, robotics, climate change. What is robotics in sign language? Okay. All right. I'm wondering how you... Yeah, okay. The task is therefore not simply to enroll more people. It is to provide education and skills that are current, that are portable, and connected to real opportunities for work, enterprise, and further learning. VUT sits in a region built around steel, around manufacturing, around engineering and industrial production. That economy is obviously under strain and in transition. This university should not observe that transition from the sidelines. It should help to lead it. VUT must work with employers to renew curricula before skills become obsolete. It must expand meaningful work-integrated learning. It must deepen partnerships with firms, with CETAs, with TVET colleges, with municipalities, and with organized labor. It must offer short courses, micro-credentials, and lifelong learning opportunities for workers and unemployed young people who need to reskill. It must strengthen entrepreneurship. Now, a measure of success cannot only be how many graduate 6 jobs. It must include how many build enterprises, commercialize ideas, and create work for others. So I invite you, Chancellor and Vice Chancellor in particular, and Council, to lead a Vaal Skills and Industrial Renewal Compact. It should unite the university, obviously, industry, government, labor, our CETAs, our TVET colleges. We've got some of the best performing TVET colleges around here, our community colleges, and communities to identify priority skills. In fact, you have the president here of the TVET CGC who should be able to help integrate the TVET college agenda and community college agenda into the VUT agenda. So that we should align programs with regional demand, expand workplace learning, and measure employment, enterprise creation, innovation, and productivity. So that's the task that we expect the VUT Council to give us a report in not so distant future. And we stand ready to engage VUT and its partners on turning such a compact into a practical program of action. The third and last thing that I want to say is around the mission of universities of technology. Universities of technology occupy a distinct and indispensable place in our post-school system. Their task is to bring knowledge closer to production, technology, industry, and practical problem solving. That mission is not inferior to the mission of traditional universities. It is different, and South Africa cannot afford to lose it through imitation or mission drifts. Don't play second fiddle university or pretend university. You are far more important than that. Universities of technology must work closely with our TVET colleges, which have a central role in developing artisans and occupational skills. Together, these institutions should form a powerful technical and technological pipeline for rebuilding South Africa's productive capacity. This is not a nostalgic call to return to the past. It is a call to recover and modernize the original mission. Engineering, applied science, technology, design, and innovation must remain central. Skills, as simple as fashion design, should not be left in the textbooks of kids without exposing them to what is happening in industry. Lecturers who are teaching those skills must not be cooked in their lecture halls without being exposed to the changes that are happening out there in industry. That's the role of universities of technology, and VUT must lead in the next 60 years in that particular mission. Yes, research impact cannot be measured only by publications. It must also be seen in problems being solved, patterns and prototypes being developed, technologies transferred, enterprises supported, communities improved, and jobs enabled. Make a lot of noise when the research outcomes are made public, universities competing about who's the best and who's not, and so on and so forth. And of course, it's something that we're going to be looking at. But importantly, we have to rethink ourselves as the department. What do we incentivize? What do we encourage you to do the most? And one of the things we're going to ensure that we encourage you to do the most is to make sure that every graduate who leaves Vaal University of Technology and are able to produce their certificate in any factory, in any industry, in any office, that should be a guarantee that they will be employed. And that's what we will incentivize you to do. VUT's location gives it a special responsibility. Its researchers and students should be working with firms to modernize production. Its laboratories and workshops should support testing, design, and prototyping. Its graduates should help lead the transition to cleaner, smarter, and more competitive manufacturing. And so VUT Strategy 2023 Plus speaks of academic excellence, research and innovation, financial sustainability, infrastructure, and stronger community and industry partnership. The test now is execution. And the strategy earns its value when students, workers, firms, and communities can feel its results. Those are the three things that I thought I should leave with you today. Good governance, okay, is the first one. Secondly, locate yourself within what a university of technology is. And lastly, lead in terms of the skills revolution. The next chapter should unite this university around around this commitment, as I said. And I think we'll expect you to, take forth as what defines your, the next journey to your 70th anniversary or 7th decade. Government will work, as I said, with VUT, but government cannot build its future alone. That would require council, management, senate, staff, students, alumni, industry, labor, and communities acting with a shared purpose. And so tonight, we honor those who built this institution over 6 decades. Tomorrow, the work continues, and let the next chapter be defined by stability, by excellence, and by innovation. And let it be measured by the contribution VUT makes to a skilled, productive, industrialized, and more equal South Africa. Congratulations to the Vaal University of Technology on 60 years, and may its greatest chapters still lie ahead. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
All right, so we're into an interesting part of the program now. As we're about to get into the cake cutting and the toast part of the program, may I kindly invite onto the stage Mr. David Ramasodi, Executive Director of IT Services, for the toast, who will deliver the toast for us. Mr. David. There he is, and of course, we've got our manager in the Office of the Vice Chancellor, Ms. Maureen Ratupo, who's with us. And then may I kindly request the following individuals as well to join us in the front for the cake cutting. Council members present, all our council members, please come up front. Our DVCs, please come up front. And our SRC president as well, please come to the front. Minister, please join us as well for the cake cutting. Where again, it's gonna be a joy, if we could all just stand around the cake as well. We're gonna have that cake cutting ceremony now. Our DVCs, SRC President, Minister, please just stand this side as well. There we go. Where's our photographer? Okay. Come stand this side, Rob. Stand this side. I'm not seeing our VC anywhere. Where is our Vice Chancellor? Where is our VC? If we could just form a semicircle around the cake, we're going to get into the toast and the cake cutting. All right, as we're about to position ourselves with the cake, Mr. David, it's over to you, sir, with the toast.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Minister and the University Executive and everyone who's here. At the moment, we're still waiting for the VC to come and join with the cake cutting. The VC, where are you? VC. I've been asked to give the VC 2 more minutes. He's on his way back to the hall. VC, welcome. Let's start with the toast. Let's start with the toast. That will be followed by the cutting of the cake. Which one should I start with? The toast or the cake? Or the cake? Okay, we'll start with the cake. I think, let me quote. The best comment about I had was from the president. And I wish we could have a sign language on that. When he said, "Ha, ikekele ngaga." So, the VC and the minister, can you please do us the honors of cutting the cake? Before you disperse, I was asked that let's allow the VUT photographers to have a space so that to have a space. We know that we all want to have a piece of this moment. Thank you so much. Now we come to the moment of the toast. I don't know how many of you on the table, how many tables still have something in it. Some looks empty. Can you all rise for the toast? What we're going to do, we're not going to do it like 3 times. It will be just once, and that's it. What we celebrating with the toast is to give thanks to the founders. The VUT started as an idea, and now it's a university. For some of you who don't know, when the university started, it had about 189 students with 15 staff members. So now we have 24,000 students who are part of the VUT. All started with an idea and action. So to everyone who's here, you are part of the VUT, directly or indirectly. We would like to say cheers to all of you. Oh. Cheers to all of you who made VUT. Thank you so much.
May I request, I think the toast was given, but may I ask, before, as we're about to take our seats, I don't know, but I'm old school. When it's somebody's birthday, you sing happy birthday for them, don't you? Don't you sing? Well, let's start. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear T. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Hip hip. There you go. And here's to the next 60 years. Thank you kindly. You may have a seat. As you have a seat, we're going to take a moment to watch the 60-year of excellence Diamond Jubilee commemoration video. Thereafter, we will have the vote of thanks. We can roll the video.
Sohlala ngimila ngomkhuleko ngisempumelele. Sohlala ngimila ngomkhuleko ngizobambelela, ngizobambelela. Ngizoqinisela. Ngizobambelela. Ngizoqinisela. Angisimveli ngani shwele kuwe sitho yingwele nemivunguvungu zindikila ngizobambelela kuwe ngizotembela angisimveli ngani shwele kuwe sitho yingwele nemivunguvungu zindikila ngizobambelela kuwe ngizotembela futhi umoya wami uyavuma nami uyangibona nawe ngiyavuma ngizobambelela kuwe ngizotembela futhi umoya wami uyavuma nami uyangibona nawe ngiyavuma sengizobeka ithemba lami bekuqobo lami ngizophilela ngomthandazo.
I know that many of us are enjoying our dessert. We've just about reached the conclusion of our program. But just before we asked for the vote of thanks, may I kindly request anybody that is checked in, if I could just have everybody's attention very quickly, just to make sure that you've got a place to live after this. Anybody who is checked in to the venue or who hasn't as yet checked in at the venue, please will you check in immediately? It is about to close. So anybody who's supposed to be staying here this evening and has not as yet checked themselves in, please, please, please check yourselves in because they're about to close at reception. I don't want you to struggle with a place to live this evening. With that, please help me welcome Dr. Grace Kanagana Katumba to give us a vote of thanks, DVC of Teaching and Learning. Please give Dr. Grace a round of applause as she comes up.
What is the smoke all about? Is it the celebration? To smoking. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know that I'm standing between you and your dessert, but you can enjoy it nicely, quietly. Thank you very much. So allow me not to do the protocol. Let me say all protocol observed because we are at the end of the evening and we are all looking forward to the after party, I'm sure. Ladies and gentlemen, as we bring this memorable Diamond Jubilee Gala to a close, it is my great honor and privilege to express our heartfelt appreciation to everyone who has helped to make this day possible. Today, it has been a remarkable day as we celebrate 60 years of legacy, innovation, and impact. Before I do so, allow me to begin by expressing our sincere gratitude to the Honorable Minister. In his absence, I saw him stepping out quietly, Mr. VUT Manamela. We want to thank him for being here and celebrating this day with us. I want to thank him also for reminding us that as University of Technology, we do not have to copy anybody. We have to be original to our mandate, and we need to also focus on the skills and ensure that we keep the good governance. So thank you, Minister, for that insightful words. I want to also give my sincere appreciation to our Chancellor, Mr. Ntambo, for your inspirational leadership and continued commitment to our university. Without your support or rallying industry funding, we wouldn't be finishing the current laboratory building that we are finishing up. So thank you, Chancellor. Allow me to also thank our Deputy Chair, Ms. Manche, who's representing our Chairperson of Council, Professor Hatebe. I think they make such a great team together, and the whole council team. Ms. Manche, thank you for reminding us again that you are here to support us. You are here to make sure that governance within our institution is upheld. We appreciate the support from council, because without that support, all the projects that our Vice Chancellor was talking about, they will not come to fulfillment. So thank you and your team. To our Vice Chancellor and Principal, I want to thank you for, of course, an inspirational Jubilee address. Minister said that it felt like an ordering session. But we know that this is your vision for us as an institution, to see us progressing to a better future. We know that you are giving us marching orders as an executive. We know that you want us to look back 10 years from now and see a total different university. So thank you for laying that down for us. We also extend our appreciation to our executive management for your dedication and your commitment to the success of our institution. Our sincere thanks also go to everybody who enriched tonight's program. I must start by the Master of Ceremony, Ms. Mangope. Thank you very much for making sure that you direct this program stunningly. We make up time in lots of areas, so thank you very much for that professionalism. To Pastor Mvula, thank you very much for opening the session with prayer. I want to also thank our union representative. I think it's Ms. Mohoto and Ms. Hokwane from Nihau and Nteu, for the message of support on behalf of organized labor. We know that labor is a very important stakeholder within our institution. So we thank you for that message of support. I'd like to thank Ms. Selepe for representing Institutional Forum, Mr. Nkosi, our SRC president, for giving us the voice of the students. Much appreciated. Mr. Sangweni, for your convincing convocation speech, the president of convocation. Thank you very much for reminding us of the bond between the university and its graduates. I want to thank everybody really that make this program a success this evening. I'm equally grateful to all our valued industry partners. We have industry partners here who have contributed in terms of financial support, who have actually ensured that our students get bursaries. let me pause. Excuse me. Hello. Thank you for respecting my time. Where was I? Yes. I want to thank the industry partners. Industry are very important stakeholders within our institution. We alone, as academics of higher institution of higher learning, we cannot make everything possible. We rely on industry support in many areas, in terms of bursaries, in terms of work-integrated learning, in terms of employing our students. So I want to thank you for your commitment, for actually contributing towards our bursary fund by buying a table tonight. And we know that really this is a start of a very long journey that we are going to travel together. Thank you. I would also like to give a special word of appreciation to our employees of the Vaal University of Technology. In Venda, we say, Vatundi mafura, vadoliwa. So, Rolibuesa, what I want to say is thank you very much to the employees of the Vaal University of Technology, because without your hard work, your dedication, the day of today wouldn't be possible. In fact, we wouldn't be celebrating these 60 years of Diamond Jubilee. Can we give a hand of applause to each and every one of you? So as we celebrate, or as we come to an end of this celebration, let's not forget the spirit that brought us here today, the spirit of excellence, innovation, resilience, and service. Together, let us continue to build Vaal University of Technology to transform life, advance knowledge, develop future leaders, and create lasting impact for future generations. Thank you for celebrating this historic milestone with us. We wish you a safe journey home. May God richly bless you. I thank you.